So really quick run through and recap. So again, when we clicked our button, so on the click of the button, the insert record function was activated. So was called. So when that was called, we got inside here and straight away I said, all right, I want to carry out some validation. So I called this validate form function. And the results of that, or what's returned from that, is stored in a variable called result. So if I jump up here to validate form, so validate form started off by grabbing all the, or targeting the inputs, the input boxes and that, getting the values of them, storing them in variables here. I did a little bit more here with this when I got the email from the input box. I went and did a further validation check there with another validate email function, which up above here has this kind of regular expressions as it's called, and tested that and returned either true or false, whether true if it was a correct email and false if it wasn't. So once I got all that stuff in for the user, the JavaScript side of things, interactive feedback if you like, I checked if the first name is empty. Again, you can check max lengths and then do that in HTML, or you can go further here and validate that you want certain stuff. But I mean, somebody in today's world could have the name 007. So I could leave it basic like this. But the first name must be entered, return false, that's wrong. And if that's right, it checks the last name. If that's false, moves on. If email checks, if email wasn't entered, it must be entered, return false. Every time something is returned, if the if statement is finished with. So basically it's moving down these kind of blocks, checking if everything's okay. Here, if the email syntax doesn't follow the format that you want, then it goes on and does country check. If that's not selected, please select a country. Then does a query check and return there in the console to see if everything is running correctly. So that's just a quick run through, as in whatever's returned in. So basically we either get false returned if something is wrong, or we get true returned if it's correct. And basically back here then, so true is returned or false, stored in result, and then we do a little check. So if we get true returned, if true is equal to true, well then we want to go away and say alert submit clicked, to kind of indicate to us, okay, we're in here now, grab the stuff again, and maybe I'm double jobbing it, but I'm not going to change it at this stage, and get it all set up and send it off to Firebase. I had another check down here, but in fact this is not even required here now this time. I can get rid of this. That was for the basic validation, because I've got that all now checked up above, so I can get rid of that. And down here in these final couple of lines, write data to Firebase using the set method. And then I want to, once it's been sent, I want you to focus on the text box again. So time for some testing now in the next video to see that all works correctly.